So we're going to talk about our dominoes and the combinations that we have to make 10. A while back, we started to talk about partners of 10. That's two numbers that when you add them together make 10. It's important to know like that, to have it memorized, what sets of numbers are added to make 10. So 10 and 0, 5 and 5, those are the ones that are easy to know. It's also important to realize that you can subtract from 10 and that you should know the solution to that. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. So it's important to recognize that those two equations go together. When we add, we put together. When we subtract, we take apart. That's called an inverse relationship. Together, apart. Together, apart. So when we have our dominoes, we have two sides of the domino that go together. Once we have those two sides together, we can take one away by covering it up. So that's what we're going to do in solving these equations today. So we did letter A. I know it says F in the corner, but we did letter A, and we used 5 plus 5. So the way those equations would look, you're going to draw your domino with 5 dots on each side, which is kind of what we did. And when we put those 5 dots together with the other 5 dots, we know that the equation is 5 plus 5 equals 10. That's what your equation should look like. If we take that domino and we turn it over, it's still 5 plus 5 equals 10. So the next equation would also be 5 plus 5 equals 10. My hope is that everyone completed letter A, so I'm not going to take the time to go through that one all the way through. The next domino that we did looked like this. And quite honestly, it doesn't matter which goes first. You're still going to get 10, okay? But to create your domino, you're going to draw 6 dots on one side and 4 dots on the other side. And the 6 and the 4 have a pattern that we can quickly recognize. From this domino, we can get 2 addition problems, 2 subtraction problems for a total of 4 equations. So we can do 6 plus 4 equals 10. Oops, sorry. We can turn that domino over, and if we do that, then we get 4 plus 6 equals 10. Okay, 6 plus 4, 4 plus 6. Now, if we look at the whole domino with all the dots on it, and then we cover up part of it, we've done subtraction. We've taken away those dots. So we're going to start with 10 dots. We're going to take away 6 dots. I know I can't cover it really well. And then what's left over is what's on the other side, 4. The next one this was B, by the way, in case you were wondering. 10. Now we're going to take away the other side, which means that we're going to take away 4, and that will give us 6. So here's our total number of equations. Addition gets us to the bigger number, the sum. This is an addend, an addend, and the sum. An addend, an addend, and the sum. Now when we make a subtraction equation, this is called the minuend. Okay? This is, I don't remember the name of it. This is the number that we are taking away. The subtrahend. Yes, the minuend and the subtrahend. And this is our remainder, our solution. Okay, so we take 10, which is the big number. We take away one half of the domino, and then we have the other half left. That's letter B. Now, letter C got a little bit more complicated because the domino didn't have the same number of dots that we've learned. So now we have dominoes that have 7 dots on one side. And that's what we worked with next. Okay? And the way we show 7 dots is by coloring in an extra dot with our 6. Just like when we do 5, we take 4 and then we put 1 in the middle. So this is 7, that's 3, which is a partners of 10. So our addition problems can be 3 plus 7 equals 10. Flip the domino over and we get 7 plus 3 equals 10. And from that, we get 2 subtraction problems. The inverse, going the other way, 10 minus 7 equals 3. 10 minus 3 equals 7. 4 equations from one domino. Okay? Then we didn't get to this one, but this would be letter D, which is, I'll show you the letter C one. Here's the letter C. So we're going to take 1 dot from here and move it over here. And this is what we get. I took 1 dot and I put it over here. So on this side, I have 6, 7, 8. On this side, I have 2. So your domino that you're going to draw, and it doesn't matter which side you put first. Okay, in my case, I'm going to put the 2 first, like that, 2 dots. And then I'm going to put my 8 dots, which is 6 and 6. Shh, 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 shh. Please stay quiet, I'm recording. 6 dots and 2 more dots makes 8. So what you're going to do now is make your equations from that. Okay? So we're going to have 2 plus 8 equals 10. Like that. We're going to flip the domino over, and we have 8 plus 2 equals 10. Then we can do our subtraction, which are the inverse. 10 minus, I realize it's not a very nicely drawn 8. I will fix that. Then we have 10 minus 8 equals 2. One subtraction problem. So we have the minuend, which is this number, the subtrahend, and the solution over here. Okay, make sure that you are starting with the biggest number. You cannot subtract from a number that is smaller than the number you're subtracting. So then we're going to do our 10 take away 2, and then the solution is 8. Notice that all these equations have the same 3 numbers in them, just in different orders. That's how this works. Okay. So now we're on to letter E. Letter E. Okay? Letter E, we take 1 dot from here. We're going to move it over here. And we're going to move it over here, and then we're going to get 1, 9 over here, and 1 over here. So that's going to be our next domino. Okay? We're going to split this again, and this time we have 9 on one side and 1 on the other. Okay? Once again, we have 4 equations, 2 addition equations, 2 subtraction equations. So we're going to be 9 is here, plus 1, and it's a partners of 10. So it's going to equal 10. We flip the domino around and we get 1 plus 9 equals 10. Oops, I'm sorry, this is letter E. Got to change the letter at the top. Letter E. Then we do our subtraction problems. We start with the sum from each addition problem. That becomes our minuend. So we're going to do 10 minus 9, or 10 take away 9 equals 1. And then 10 take away 1 equals 9. All right, we only have one more combination that is partners of 10. So once again, we're going to take that dot, and we're going to move it over here. We haven't put any more dots in. We haven't taken any out. We just moved it. So this time, over on this side, we have a total of 10 dots. So when you do your domino, it's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but I think you can do it. You're going to put 10 dots, okay? The way I would recommend is to go 3 and then 1 here, then go 3 going down, and then 3 going down. You're going to make it curvy a little bit, and none on this side. Then your equation is 10 plus 0 equals 10. You're going to flip the domino over, and we're going to start with 0. We're going to add 10, and that's going to give us 10. Now we're going to take our sum, and it becomes the minuend. We have 10 minus 10, because we're going to cover that up. 10 minus 10 equals 0. That's how that works. Or we could cover up the other side. 10 minus 0 equals 10. So that's your last equation for your partners of 10. Notice that all 4 equations have a 10, a 0, and another 10. That's the way we make a fact family. They all have the same 3 numbers. Okay. My hope is that this will allow you to complete that page. Please remember, I'm looking for all assignments to be turned in by Wednesday.